I've known this for quite a while, but I thought I would make a video about it, and it's simply that some of these cheap Chinese power supplies, the ones that can work on 110 and 240 volts, actually have an extremely wide input voltage range. So what I'm going to show you now is that power supply working off a 44.4 volt lithium polymer battery. So I'm going to plug it in just now. I'll just do that just now. Okay, so as you can see, it's running this fan, and the whole thing's drawing 6 watts. Now basically all these little power supplies do is they just take an alternating current and convert it to direct current. Then it goes through the switching stage and then comes out again. And these are extremely useful. It will go down to even lower voltage than that as well, but it starts to get unstable. So this would be extremely useful for, say, if you're needing lights on an electric bike and you have a very high voltage battery. You can use this to step it down to 12 volts to maybe run a low powered LED light. It says it's a 12 volt 1 amp supply, but maybe to get an amp out of it you would need to put a heatsink on the MOSFET there. That's the main switching MOSFET. This will not work with all power supplies, it's only a few of them, and I've found that it's these ones here that work, the ones that look like this. So here's some information. The model number. It says input 100 to 240 volts AC, but yeah, it's running on 46 volts there, and it'll run on less as well. I've tried it on just 22.2 volts with just one of these batteries, and it was giving out about 7 volts and it was unstable. So these are extremely useful. See, even for an electric car project, if you want 12 volts to like run maybe an alarm system off the main high voltage battery or whatever, this will do the trick, because it'll take probably, it's like it'll take maybe 30 to 300 volts DC. So that's brilliant for a wide input voltage range. Now the reason I say 300 volts DC is because the peak voltage of the mains waveform is actually very high. 240 volts is just RMS voltage, so it will be able to take a very high voltage indeed on the input. In fact, I'll probably in theory be able to connect it up directly to the battery in the electric car, the BMW i3. Obviously I'm not going to do that, but in theory you probably could, and it would probably work, because I think it's about 390 volts fully charged. So anyway, I thought that was quite an interesting thing to share.